There we go. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and we are getting back into Railroad at day 5. Don't know what we're looking at the moment, but we have to make money. I'm standing here on the Bryson turntable, which is not really a surprise since this is probably the best place for me to stand to pull up the engine roster. Still only got 2 engines. We really need to expand the number of engines we have, and expand the number of engines we have and make some money. Okay, let's pull that up. Looks like all of those cars, no, most of those cars are ready to go. I think what I'm going to do, we'll start off by pulling some logs out of Connolly Creek and then get the passenger train running. We got a lot to do today, so let's release the brake. Let's have a look at the back of the train. Oh, we need stuff, so brakes off, forwards go. So yes, I want to add a new locomotive sometime soon. We've got 5,000. That's a nice change. I've been watching some of the early videos by Blue Wizard, and the UI has changed quite significantly. And one of the things is you can now see the money on the top screen there. So we got $5,000. We're going to need probably about 10. I might as well pull up. We're currently sitting still overall 110%. Passenger equipment, that's going to stick at 99 because we run the cars all day. There is nothing waiting for stuff. I'm going to have to buy some coal sometime. Repair tracks are good. Okay. Locations, milestones, finance. So we made 2,600 from log deliveries at the sawmill, so we're going to keep that going. But right now, I want this locomotive fully fueled for its work today. Pop that down. And then we're also going to have to sort out this lot. And that's a lot of cars here. A lot of sawmill cars. Yard forwards 20 go. So yeah, general plan is that we need to keep the logs, the log supply, and we have 22.6 logs here today at the moment, so that's kind of a good thing. And I'm going to look at keeping that as well supplied as possible, so if we can get 2 trains up to Connolly Creek, that will be awesome. Apart from that, moving the freight stock around, we will get that done as we're able to. Although I do think log usage will slow down if there isn't a supply of freight cars in the sidings here. But then everything else we're running is really just a case of getting, just doing the deliveries. So long as they're done during the day, that's fine and wonderful. We get paid eventually. We'll get paid regardless of whether we deliver them at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to quickly run over here. That's all set for the log mill, or the logging camp. Actually, we can go road reverse 15, that's fine. Because I'm not shunting now, we're just pulling this stuff out. So I've got the fusee set far enough back that will clear the spur here. And then you can go north. South. And back to here. How are you doing? You have a lot of fuel, so we're good here. I'm going to take this train manually. Water 35, 33, 55. I can't remember. What is the fuel supply of this vehicle? 6 tons of coal, 4,000 gallons of water. Now we've got. I think I did do a refuel on the water. Coal not so recently, but 3.7 tons of coal. That's still 2/3 of a coal car, so I'm good with that. So we'll get ourselves the third engine. Once we've got a third engine, I think that makes the jobs we're doing a little bit more comfortable. And this is the last signal of the line, so it'll give us a proceed with caution warning there. And we'll slam the brakes on. And that is showing a shunting yard. It's not the main line. We want to go, yes, we want to go backwards. We want to go backwards. Follow the train through. And so the reason that lower bar was set was because I've got us switched for the Y rather than for the main. Does mean we're bypassing the water crane, but if I wanted water I can crane at that. But right now I think 25 miles an hour is probably sufficient. And as per usual, I'm looking at, we're going to do passenger trains with the engine pointing in the direction of travel at the front of the train, because we do have a Y at each end of the line. Okay, we probably need a little bit more brakes. That's all set. Forwards, go, go. And inspect that. Passengers, we are going to stop Bryson, Ela and Whittier. Going to copy it to the other car. And that's the train I'm on. This train is now going road forwards 30. I need to check switches are good. So these switches are all set from last night. Did switch that one? Yes, I did. That's set, and I think the last train through here was that. And I now don't need to check close to the switch because I can see which line has been set to go. So that's all done. So have a look, see what's what today. We have 130 passengers. We've only got room for 120. And we have that to pick up and that to pick up. Let's go check Ela. Ela station. And we have one to pick up from the farm supply. That will be a return pickup. Passengers only 62. And finally, Whittier Depot. And we have a bunch of passengers wanting to go back the other way. Okay. All of the stuff at Whittier interchange I'm not interested in. Got repair track. These cars are needing to be returned sometime today. So check all of those off. So now if I look at the switch list, this is all the stuff I need to pick up today. So I need to make sure we do that. How's that looking? So I've just got that one in the middle. That's 3.5 tons of machine parts. I probably don't want to pick that up until late tonight, because then we can pick them all up at the same time. These are all done. Although I've got 2 to drop off. Oh. Okay. It is what it is. Which line was that switch to? That switch to the left line. I'm going to check back here as well. And again, I don't have to go far. We're switched to the main station track. And he stopped at Bryson. He's still running. Close are we? Okay, we've passed stop 1. We are almost up to the logging track. I will be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. And sounds like we are there. Good, good. So part of the reason I want another train is, or locomotive, if we had a third, I could be sorting the freight ready for delivery. I'd run one locomotive down to Bryson with all of the stuff. I would run the other locomotive, would stay close to Whittier, do the Whittier deliveries, the sawmill maintenance, running log cars up. I just don't have enough locomotives for all of that right now. So select that, apply the brake. As per usual, I'll put 2 on because I just don't trust it. We can set that back to reverse. Okay, bye train. As it is, the plan will be we'll bring number 2 up to Whittier, and number 2 will take care of all the stuff around Whittier until we've done all the deliveries and everything. I want to be at the interchange. So yeah, here we've got $150 per 50 tons of coal, $3,000 per 50 ton of repair parts. That's kind of why I'm not. Oops, I actually want to go there. That's why I'm not in a big hurry to get at least the repair parts. I mean, 3,000 for 50 tons. That's a lot of money, and we've only got 5. Coal, we just need coal. So whenever the car runs low, we're going to have to deal with that. Now, all of this, sawmill C2. I'm undecided whether I want the C2 cars at the back of the train or at the front of the train. Really doesn't matter too much. I think we'll do it at the front of the train anyway. So I am going to. What am I going to do here? Actually, this doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to put the Whittier cars in this loop. The Bryson cars wherever they fall, and then the other Whittier stuff. Bryson cars should probably go in this loop. Okay. So the next thing I need to do I sort out the Bryson cars here or at the other end? Standard oils at Bryson Appalachian hardwoods. We got lumber and coal supply, lumber and coal supply. So that dimensional lumber cart is empty and ready for return. The coal is not yet, but possibly will be before tonight. So the 10-wheeler we will end up running down to Bryson, and it will live there for most of the day until everything is ready to collect. So as we said, on the freight list we've got Appalachian hardwoods, that's the supply, but there'll be the furniture, the coal. We've got the Bryson lumber coal, Ela Farm supply. We've got 2 Stenzel manufacturing cars. I'm hoping we'll get the 3rd one ready as well. So we'll see how much more we end up shipping back. But yeah, we'll sort all of the Bryson cars into this line and just leave them where they fall. I'm not going to organise them at this end. We'll organise them at the other end. Do we have a G3A? Yes, we do. That one. Oh, yeah. Standard oil. Okay, if I'm doing that properly, I want Standard oil as the last car. I'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, that's near the bottom. We should be on our way to Ela. Goody. And also using this locomotive on the Whittier interchange, on Whittier working, does mean that I'll be able to coal and water it at that end of the line. Anyway, I want to go back to that one because we should be close to the Y at the bottom here. Yeah, right on it. And if this one has the Bryson cars all ready to go, I can set it to leave as soon as the mogul gets to Whittier Station, which will be great. And we hit the flat and out of the speed restriction. Switch that because we are going to be departing with this locomotive next. Everything's set, that needs set, take the fusee off, and we're all set to reverse up to there. So yeah, this as I said, this car's ready to be reloaded, but it cost me $3,000. This car is 30C, and we're not eating a lot of coal at the moment. Now, new trains. That's a small train. But the thing that gets me is this one has more fuel. Weight-wise, it's heavier. It has more 25.2, 25.6. Factor of adhesion 4.9, 4.3. So the Mogul is just the better engine at this point. Between those two, as a heavy hauler. Unless we go up to the Mikado, but this is 10,000. The Mikado is 14. You need another 4,000 to get one of those, and then we're into the big stuff. And you are here. Our yard reverse 10 go. Awesomeness. Release the brake there, release that brake there, and pull forward. 4 cars. 4 is not an option. 5. So I'm thinking I want a big locomotive to haul down to Bryson. And the Mogul's good because it's a good medium hauler. It also isn't very long, unlike consolidations, which are 280s. So extra set of driving wheels there. Okay, stop. Nope, stop. 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 Yes, okay. Always have to consider what am I doing here? So potentially what we want to do is Whittier. I'm going to grab all of these in the next batch. Oh, didn't we go far enough? Go 2 more. Actually, I only need to go 1 more. Oh, that's fine. So let's stick that there. I'm going to reverse that for 10. So is there an Ela car here? Yes. Actually, this might work okay. So all of these are Bryson cars, so they go on that train. Two more, 5 more. Okay, and as I said, we're already at Ela. That's good. Find the brake. And forward 10, go. Probably wants to be more than 10, but I'll go with 10 for now. Actually, it's not too far off 10. Clear it for 2. The other option for me here is to pull all of these out and drop that one at the back. Then I can shuffle the rest into Bryson's switch. What's the weight of this train now? 6 out of 19. Actually, it's not that heavy. So we'll do that. Forward 20. How many cars are? 17. So if that's less than 3 from the front of the locomotive to the switch, should be able to pull all of these out. The only problem car I have is the Ela car, which I want at the very front of the train. Hush. Loud thing. Sleep. Good. So this one we're putting in that spur. Passenger trains at Ela with... Oh, the Stenzel car's a problem too. Okay. So I think that now wants to go back 20. Actually, the only thing I'm worried about is getting the C2 car right at the back of the set. What I might then do is... Oi, oi, oi. Pull off these two. Then that one. That'll put most of the sawmill supply cars in a block. Okay. This might work, it might not. But yeah, once we get the bigger locomotive, I can think about doing the next track expansion. And all that's going to be is... it's 3 stages, so we're not in any rush to get it completed. but at least oh, this is not going to fit. Okay, it will eventually fit, but not right now. Considerations. Okay, let's push it back a bit further. The thing is, once I've done sorting this out, we will be able to move things back a bit further. But obviously, actually I only need half a car length there. No, I do need. I want that car here. So let's go 5. I need to get these 2 cars in this spur. So I need this one clear. And you can stop there. Handbrake on, thing off, forwards, a few. It's a shame that 3 isn't an option, because 3 would get me past that switch. But as it is, not an option. Clear for 1, that's fine. So at tier 3, the sawmill is our biggest earner. Everything else is just, hey, let's take some stuff somewhere. 2 of those, yes. Disconnect that. We can go forwards 5 again. Oops, that's not what I intended. So the next thing is we need this one and this one to go. Actually, that's good. I might actually put Ela next and then those 2 last. We can deliver those 2 first when we get to the other end. Come on, keep going. Half a car length. Seriously, you can't do half a car length. So Ela and so now I can pull all these forward about 2. Okay, that's the back. 1, 2, and again I want it to go forward 3. Okay, hitch that, handbrake off, forwards 2. Might put Stenzel on the front of the Bryson train. We'll drop that off on the way through. Forwards 2 more. Switch that. Okay, you're good. So I said I want ELA, so we'll put the brake on this one. Boom. And take that off. Forward. Quite a long way. Problem with dropping off at Stenzel, we're going to want a lot of stuff out of that siding. I think we got 2 returns from there. Okay, you should be absolutely fine. Don't have to go another 10 cars. I think I've probably got room for 3 cars there. And what does that mean? Oh, wow, you're here already. That's just plainly awesome. So that train is ready for local work now. What I should do is set that to manual. Neutral brakes on, everything's fine. Okay. Well, unhook that, and that one needs laced up. Forwards. Let's go forward 5. So I now have a huge rake of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 today. Oh my goodness. Okay, well we know for a fact that 7 plus 1, so it actually didn't matter where the C car ended up. I'm going to have to bring in the C car first on its own. Rearrange this block here, so 1 there. Yeah, something. Switch that back. Reverse 10, maybe. We got paid 194. Hey, this isn't bad money. Lace this one up. If we make it, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Keep going. Doink. Gotcha. And I'm going to release that. I'll tell it to pull forwards 10, but we'll stop it early. How are we looking here? I do not have enough room on this spur for that. Okay, I think I've got room. I can push this back a little bit. Got a full car length there. So that's actually just big enough for what I want to do. Now, I want to stop there. Stop, stop. And go forwards a few. Yeah, we should have enough space there. Come on. reset it for 2, and we should just about clear that now. Come on. Oh, seriously. Okay, go for half. Come on. There we go. Reverse 5. So this will be a little bit tricky. I can't remember which one of these cars has its brake on. That one. This is quite a heavy batch or block of cars. And go back another one. One? Maybe a little bit more than one. Go back 2. Switches open. Actually, we're not going to be pushing that one back, so it doesn't really matter how far this one goes. I'm going to say that's basically good enough. ELA, we've got lumber and coal supply there. We'll apply the handbrake on that. And forwards 5. We got 8 sawmill cars, which means that we're actually going to have to pull those out before I can get these in. No big deal. We're all set, and we can do that. For less than a car. Can we keep going, keep going, keep going? Gotcha. Okay, I'll slap stencil on the front of that one. And then we'll put all of the sawmill stuff in this bend here. Use the handbrake, forward 5. So yeah, that's a little bit further back than it needs to be, but that's fine. Oi, oi, oi. Back for 5. Guess what we could do while that's still doing its thing, I will mess around with this. So we'll get that switched. That switched. No, not that switched. That's fine where it was. Okay, you must go. Number 2. AI yard. 20. Honestly, not sure if it's going to make it or not, but we have a warning. Oh, we have a speed restriction warning there, and there isn't a net signal, so it just basically limits our maximum speed when we pass this out of the signalling block. How's number 1's finished doing what he's doing? Yes, we could jump over to him and okay, stencil, disconnect, forward 5, back to number 2, Clear for 2 cars. Let's go 2 more cars. So these things are longer than a freight car, which is why the shunting instructions ain't the greatest. Okay, you're done. Hold those there. Apply the handbrake. Disconnect that. Forwards 20, go. Probably don't need to go forwards 20, but it'll stick it far enough up there I don't have to worry about it. And meanwhile here, we need to back this onto the local. I can tell it to go 20 and it'll just crash into the wood chip car. Go back over here. Yeah, you've gone far enough. So those cars are good. Now I want to switch to the yard. And it's yellow there because we are not clear through. Now, what are we doing here? Those two I want in that spur there, that one and the other one are there. Oh, this is... I think I want a flare there. Okay. You're now connected to that. We will connect that, disconnect the locomotive, and forward-ish 5. Should be able to back it up 5 and it will connect on the other spur. So, reverse 5, go. I have a plan. That car's clear, that car has the handbrake on. Forwards. Oh, and we also don't have glad hands attached. Road, forwards 25. You are good to go. Locomotive number 1. Locomotive number 1 I have not set up for anything, which I should. Number 2 I should have set. So number 2, road, reverse, 20, go. So that's going to come down to here and stop at this switch until the freight leaves. While we're at this, we could check .8 logs loaded. So they're over half full. That's fine. So if I can afford the big mogul, I think we're going to get that. That's going to be our pathway to heavy haulage. It's not heavy, but it's heavier than what we have. And if I start doing the bridge out of West Bryson, that's going to be a heavy train. That's, I think that's about 13 units. Milestones, Bryson Bridge, 1 to 3. Yeah, 13 cars. That is going to be horribly heavy. Fish is asleep. Okay. So as soon as the 10-wheeler clears, I'll be able to get this back to there, and oh no, actually, I already decided we need to get all of these cars out, because that's 7 cars and we have 8 to deliver. So I think what I'm going to do is 4 plus 4. It's the easiest way to do it. We'll grab these 2. I don't know if those 2 will fit on the front of that. Ho, 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 ho. We'll see. Diverging approach Whittier east. Oh, I guess that means I could have pushed the button to view that locomotive, but I didn't. And he is diverging east Whittier. So, how do we do this? Since we're dropping that car off, I'm going to put brakes on the Bryson train. And number 1, I'm going to set to manual, and brakes off, forwards go. Oops, and switch that before we get there. And brilliant. I could have brought these a little bit closer, to be honest. And the grade there is a little bit more than is comfortable. Okay, lock that in. That's the last car. So I'm actually going to do this with AI. We're going to pull forward about 5 cars. Let's go into the East Whittier interchange. So, what I'm going to do here is lock that car in place, go forward another 5, and then we'll push this one back to here so that it reconnects there. This is really bad practice. We're blocking the main line. But I can't really see an easier way to do this. Oh, we should get rid of the fusee since Don't want that. There's a stop signal. We need to pass that. Now ordinarily there'd probably be a little shunting signal there to say you may proceed in spite of the fact there is stuff in the way. Connect to that. I'm actually going to turn that handbrake off for a minute, and we need to go forwards. I think we need to go forwards about 5. Actually, stop right where you are. We have a plan. Inspect, follow, release the handbrake. This is on a hill. Come on. Bleed the cylinders. This is on a hill. And with the magic of gravity. Also an East Whittier interchange, yes. I think what we're going to do is actually see if we can make it that far. Sadly, it doesn't tell us how fast this is going. Yeah, I have no idea. I want to clear that by an extra car length here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now we're going to do pretty much the same thing with this train. What am I driving? Number 1. Let's go number 1. Forward. 5, 10. Let's go to number 2. And this one, oh, you're right at the back. Number 2, AI, road, forwards. That'll push us somewhere within 5 of those. That's good enough for now. I'm not too bothered about that. Why aren't you moving? Did I really not tell you to go 10, or is there... Oh, there's a problem. Okay. Yes, make sure you switch the switches. Now I'm clear for 7 cars. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that should get me past the switch, and magic. Road 10. You just back up there. We'll go deal with number 2 again. Number 2, AI yard 5. Oops. You can do it, yes. And brake off. We are going to reverse this 10-ish. So basically now the plan is we're going to put this one in there because there's just enough room for that. We're going to put this one in here, and then we're going to keep the other one and we're going to take them all down to the exchange. The exchange we need to be switched to. Come in there, come in there. Do not pass this point. I am also going to stick that switch, so if I forget about this train, it doesn't matter. Go another 5. Number 1. You have just dropped off. So that one has stuff in it, that one is partially loaded, that's good. Probably should put some brakes on. That would be a plan. And we will move this forward, yard, 2 car lengths. And we will use that magic gravity thing to get this out of this spur as well. So 4, 10, go. Actually, probably only need 5, but we'll see. What's number 2 doing? 2 is that'll do. Oops. Okay, 0. Reverse 20. Okay. I've got a little time. Actually, I don't. Okay, number 2 forwards. 5. Number 1. Pass the signal. That. Who are you? You're number 2. Let's be on number 2. That's a good thing. Disconnect that back up. 5, 10. Let's go back up 10. That's a good number. Right, number 1. That we need to release that handbrake. You're on this line, so open that. That's good, and somewhere around here we need to set the other track. Boop. Now this train all the way to Bryson. Road forward 25. We're doing that while we're in the vicinity, shall we say. I'm going to come on. There we go. Release the handbrakes and release that switch. Bleed those brakes and forward. Hell we will. Now, part of the problem here is I don't know how fast this car's going, but it is going to crash into that one. This one's empty, that one's 30 tons. Maybe physics is a thing. them out. I'm not sure we're coasting too fast here, so I'm not going to worry about this. I'm just going to let this crash into that car and do untold damage to both of them, and then get penalised by the payment when we take them back to the exchange. Oh, to heck with it. Actually, we're going to have to leave that brake on now. So when we come back to pick them up, we're actually going to have to couple them together. But for now, they're in exactly the place we want them, which is good. Let's bounce to Bryson. Let's go to the team depot. Right. So, down here, next train in here is freight. We want to come in there. That's good, that's good, that's good. I'm going to bring them in on the first track. And they'll stop here because switch set against them. Now, I don't know which way round we've got those cars coming in. That's only got 1.8 tons left in it. Anyway, CR2, 2, and as I said, we're going to push this in probably about 5. So this car I'm going to hold here, which means it won't get filled up. But that's kind of okay. Stop, you reverse, apply the handbrake, disconnect that. Back up 5. Oh, we do need to. Well, I don't need to column water this one until we're done here. I can use. Okay, I've now got options. I could use this locomotive to go get the Stenzel stuff. Or I could leave the Stenzel stuff for the return from Bryson. Oh. Although as it is, this is 9 cars. I'm not sure we got enough room on the spur in the exchange or in the interchange to deal with all of this. As I've said, this game really is a case of it's a sorting game with trains. So this one I want furthest out. Okay. And this train is now getting heavy. We're at 590 tons, but I've got to push it up that hill. And that's not an easy climb. This locomotive will struggle slightly. How are we doing for money? 5,500. just enough space there. Alrighty. So I could have put this one back in the C2 spur, which would have queued it up ready for when we bring the rest of the train over. But it's going to be the first one filled. So sometimes it's good to have an option of, well, we'll just take the furthest one out because that's ready to return, and the one I don't want to return yet is furthest back in the spur. Probably not going to work out that way. Really don't think it's going to work out that way. But still. So the advantage of pushing this down here is it's going to stop because of the end of the track. It's not going to disappear off to Bryson or somewhere unfortunate like that. And now that is clear all the way to here. That's open, so it's not going to see that and stop way back here. It's going to see the fusee, it's going to come as close as it can. We'll see that. This is 9 cars, see now. There's a thing. Well, I'm committed now, so that is what it is. This is the little, oh no, this is the 10-wheeler. Oh, okay. He's made it as far as the bridge. We're fine there. Go back to this guy. So what we got here? 9 cars. We should make about $1,000 on this, give or take. We should be about 6,300. We don't get a bonus for returning them, we do get the bonus for delivering them. Meanwhile, we have 2 logs per car, we're at 2.4, so we've got about half a log left to go on each car. That's fine. Now at the moment with these small trains we're only using the fueling point here. Water is free, coal we need to get delivered, but until we start really draining the coal or start using the Bryson supply, I'm not too worried about not filling up the Bryson coal tower at this point either. Okay, you are looking awesome. Right there. Oh, come on, keep going. Keep going. Yes. So I was looking at this car here, and it has just triggered into the East Whittier interchange. Unfortunately, that might be a little bit tight. So I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off that brake and we'll play manual for a sec. Now when we come back to here, these cars will get pushed into that end of the spur because I'm going to be at the wrong end of the next train in. AR yard, reverse, 5 cars go. And that, we need to turn that one as well. Number 2, forwards 5. Once we clear this switch, I'm going to set it back to where it needs to be. If you know you're going to want to switch in a given direction, it's usually a plan to set it while you're here rather than, oh darn, I'm now heading in the wrong direction and I have to stop and reverse my tracks and everything. So again, we're going to push through to there. I'll get the stencil stuff, I'll bring that back. Then I'll run up to the log mill or the logging camp and get those cars, bring them back to here. And then we'll take the passenger train back to Bryson. Obviously number 1 is still running on the down to Bryson, so that's good. Where's my train? Right there. I guess the more stuff I get done now, the more money we have before lunchtime. Reverse yard 20. I don't know. So we are not leaving with any more cars. So I am going to set us up here. Come through there, through there, through there into the yard. Through there, and into there. Now, always a little bit of a risk doing it now. You know, I could wait till the Bryson freight returns. Part of the deal is, I want you to stop right there. Part of the deal is some of those Holyfield cars could become ready to pick up or things like that, and it's easier to pick everything up in one go. Okay, back up 5. So let's switch that way into that spur go. There, and I can now do road forwards 15 to go. So I'm kind of surprised we got 8 cars. That's we usually only get 7. Now normally, if we're on a tier 5, I think we get about 14, so 7 on each track every single day. But you also have to deliver so many log cars that Connolly Creek's kind of strained to keep up. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Stop there. Put the brake on that one. And we got a good bonus there. We're already on 6.3. Oh, I didn't get that much over there. Oh no. Delivered 9 cars to Whittier Interchange, $600. Sad. But then another 224. Oops, don't need W's. Okay. So a little bit of shuffling here, but it might save me time. That's the problem. It might save me time next time we have to do this. Because like we had last time, we had a return car, one that needed to stay, and a return car, so that involves a lot of movements. And this might alleviate a movement, or it might not. Use the handbrake, do that, reverse, 5-ish. So this one has 15.2 tons in it, this one is empty. They look about the same size. And forwards 10. And we're nearly at the point I need to go and switch to number 1 and get some deliveries in Bryson done. I didn't see a message that he's into restricting on Bryson East, so he's gone into the freight yard and it said you need to take this easy because you're switched for the freight yard, you're not switched for the alternate line. Okay. So that's connected, we disconnect there and back up 5, maybe. 5 looks good. Probably 6, because why not? Oh, at least 2 more. Let's go. At least half a more. There you go. Forward 20, go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to set you to manual. Go and have a look at what you're doing, and we want the first 2 cars. Brake. And CR1. I now want you there. There. Whee. There. 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 And we'll stick a fusee there. Why is one stopped? Because he stopped forwards. You can go 10. Thank you. Number 2. So that's all delivered. Handbrake on. Back it up 20. What have I switched against us? Oh, I didn't. There you go. Now you can cope. So now we grab the other 4 and stick them in the other collection spur. That's fine. Forwards 10. Matter of interest, how much fuel we have left? Enough. Sufficient. Okay. So number one's still manoeuvring. That's good. Set that right. Connect. Break off. Reverse. Probably 10. 10 is probably good. Okay, back to you. So the coal car is the first one, and that is not empty yet. Oh, that is going to be so empty soon. Ah, to heck with it. Take that off. So this is one of those, do I save time on movements by pulling that one out first? I'm not too fussed about that. Actually, I'm probably going to leave it a little steam on this because we're climbing. Still bleeding speed. Bleeding lots of speed. We are slipping. And this is where we have troubles with these small locomotives. Just do not have the power to do this. And there we go. I am not doing anything. We are rolling. That's fine. I do need to check my speed. I do need to check my speed. Check the speed, please. There we go. Keep rolling. Call that just fine. Break that. And now we're going to AI mode. Forward. 5 car lengths. What's number 2 doing? 2 is doing. Let's go have a look. 2 is there. 2 is good. Okay. Switch that. And number 2. Road. 15 miles an hour. Go. Number 1. It's far enough. Back up 20. Go. So that's more than enough to connect with that car back there. I think it is. Come on, spot the car back there. Yes. Okay, so do I want Ela at the back? Oh, I don't know. No, I want Ela at the front of the return train. So, I think that's an Ela car. Yes. You connected? Yes. Take the handbrake off. There we go. Number 2 is done. Handbrake that. Disconnect that. Back up 15. So for number 2, I'm pretty much using the end of track stops. 2 cars, that's nowhere near enough. Keep going. You also might note I'm loose shunting this. We are not connected. It's an empty car. I'm not going to need the extra brakes. That said, sometimes it's a good idea to connect them because I'm about to connect to a rather heavier car. However, we're at 92 tons. See how much this weighs. Yeah, it's about 70 tons there. Okay, we'll go forwards. 5 for now. Number 2. You need to go forwards. And when you come back here, you need to go there. Okay. I do not need to worry about number 2. Unless he winds up here in Bryson, in which case that would be bad. Okay, reverse. 20 go. And I do like this engine roster window because I can now see what my trains are doing. So I know number 2's been set to run at 14, 15 miles an hour. It's going to do that. And we can stop you anytime now. Penalty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we just delivered that. That's a good thing. How am I doing? We're up to 6,800. Good. Oh, we need to go a long way yet. To green. And I'll switch these out all the way back so that I know they're in their default positions. Is that one isn't. That one isn't. And the rest are. Number 2 is at the end of the track. Dude, you're not supposed to be here. Oh, I thought I switched that. Okay, well, since I didn't, I thought I had him set all the way to Whittier. That's fine. So number 1, I'm going to go yard 5. I don't think I gave him enough time. If you let them come to a stop in road mode, then they stop 5 cars from an obstacle. So you can then just change to yard mode, go 5 cars, and it will do it. Okay, that's going to be our return marshalling track. We have Appalachian, Bryson Freight House. Oh, we got 2 cars for Bryson Freight House. That's that one over there. Okay. Oh, you know what? Well, there's an interesting thought. Okay. Now I was going to put this in this line here and then go and sort that one, but I want to be at the tail end of that traffic there. So I should be able to run all the way through here. I didn't actually have to run through the ladder, I could have run down the main. But anyway. Because otherwise I have to pull all the way forwards, go round another line, and then back to here. So, we're going to play it a little bit smart. Close that off. And stop there. Go forward 10. What's number 2 doing? Dude, seriously, don't do that. Okay, you know what we can do now? Switch that. Number 2, forwards. 20 miles an hour. Just go to Whittier. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Meanwhile, back to the stuff we're trying to get done properly. You are looking great there. So, we can unconnect that. And the number 2 yard forwards. Go. How's my switch list looking? Just a thought. So that's at East Whittier interchange. That's all the sawmill stuff. We have Ela Farm Supply. We have Whittier. That's that one there. Got another one for... Okay, that's GCL 59934. Oh, that's a Bryson. Those are at Whittier. Those are the Stenzel cars. Okay, good to know. Not worried about the rest of those. You are hitched up there, and this is a somewhat heavy load because we have coal, we have oil. It's just not good. So you are good. Road. Let's go 20. See if we're clear. I do not need that switched. I do need that switched. And are we clear? We're clear past the service yard. And we're struggling a little. Oh, actually, stop! I just remembered. Not all of these are going out of West Bryson. Up there, up there, up there, and that's fine. CR2, is it a stop signal? Indeed you are. Proceed. Okay, and you can stop. Those go in there, and we'll come for this one, I think. So, reason those lights were set to stop is because we're not driving into a safe area with this locomotive. Yard forwards, 10 go. And while I'm trying to do this, engine wettier service, coal loader. It's close enough to where I want to be. And let's switch this so we don't drive up and down that spur again for the 4th time. CR2, we are now connected to that. Disconnect, release. This is empty. This has 30 tons of stuff in it. We're not really going far on the main, but to be fair, we should probably consider lacing these up. Definitely leaving the yard. Oh, that was... dude. Alrighty. Reverse. Road. And you can go 25. And we'll clean up the switches as we depart. Approach East Whittier East. So approach means it's on yellow. straight, and we'll switch this one straight. And I might be able to get away with putting a fusee there. Alright, so yeah, it's on a speed restriction because it's outside of the signal block control. What's number one doing? Number one's at the end of the track. Yes, of course he is. He just dropped stuff off. We like stuff. Stuff pays the bills. Okay, once he's past there, next thing we need to do is go fetch the logs. But this train done. Brakes. Air yard reverse. I don't know. Looks about 20 to me. Okay. Oh, it's way shorter than 20. However, this one looks like 20. It's not. Okay, now, while she's coupling there, switch you. You're good, you're good. That's on the approach, and we'll fusee there, because I think the tank is on the front. Matter of interest. We do have one tanker car down there. I'm going to roll it down the hill again. Right, number 2 is here. Oh, you missed. Manual. Okay, and this is what I've been planning to do for ages, but we're now just getting around to it. Did I set? Yes, I did. Awesome. And we'll unstow that. Open the hatch. Okay, 6,000 tons of coal. And something like 4,000 of water, 3,500. I want bigger trains. Ugh. So sometimes I feel, we get to the point where these starter trains just really, really aren't big enough. And when that happens, I will sell one to get a bigger train. Sierra 1 has stopped. Oh, hasn't even started yet. Okay. Forward. Road. 20. And back to you. So yeah, I might get to the point where, oh, this locomotive really can't pull its weight, but I don't need I don't need a new locomotive, I just need to replace this one, at which point I'll sell this one and buy a better capable. Okay, you are good. So AI road, reverse, 25, ignore that. I mean, at this point, they're still kind of okay. They can do most of what we want done. But as soon as I order the bridge supplies, I'm at 13 cars. That's going to be a good 1,000 tons, which that's all one of, number one or number two could pull to Bryson because of the hill up through Governor's Island. Okay. Yard reverse 10, go. SCR1 approaching Bryson West. So like I said before, we're not actually going to hit the exchange or the interchange yet. I did not put the brakes on that train. Wow. Okay, we will haul that back about 10 cars. Which I think should leave these two within this passing loop. Now she's struggling. I mean, she can get this train going, we can get this train going up to 25 miles an hour. It just takes a little bit of time. That initial start is hard work. Now she's rolling, it's good, but she's going to have to use the train brake to stop this train. And that's good. And brake on. Split that. You can go back another 5. And we need, and we just got paid for 2 cars. That's good. Now, okay, this one I am going to do manually. Take that off. Oh, brother. Okay, I want to disconnect that. Disconnect that. And stop. And any second now. Switch that. We follow that. That needs to go that way. And train 1, that's the one we were just on. I want it road forwards, 10 miles an hour. And we stick with this car like crazy, because this is going to gain quite some speed going down here. And apply the brake and release it. Just keep that descent controlled. And we're now within the standard oil bay, so any second now I'll just put the brakes on and it can sit wherever it ends up. Okay, take that and follow this. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the coal cars at the back, everything else is at the front. Typical. So, right, here's what we're going to do here. What do we think? No, let's go further. We'll put a fusee there so it doesn't get lost. CR2 is done. Yes, you are. Switch that. We'll actually apply a handbrake for a change. How about that? Disconnect that, and you are good for trip up the Connolly branch. Switch that one. So we're still managing to get most of the stuff done with 2 locomotives, but it does involve a lot of jumping. Oh, actually, you know what? This one is going to see a fusee sometime any second now. Number 1 hasn't stopped yet, so I'm good. Okay, now 1 has stopped. You can see the fusee pass it. So I've given permission for it to pass the fusee this way once. When we come back with the log cars, it'll see it again and it will stop unless I give it permission to pass it again. I'm not going to do that this time. You are stopped there. So, I think, how am I going to do this? I grab that one first, then all of those. That seems fair. Okay. I'll put handbrake on and SCR1 is now yard, reverse 10. So this one on the left, R1, we're taking with us. So I need it right by the locomotive. These 2 at the back, I've got a coal delivery, I've got an empty delivery, and I've got an R1 delivery. So I want to deal with those 2. And we're going to do the magic shuffle where I put this coal car as far as I can down that line, and then the other one just short of it. I might leave the furniture car there and just come back for the rest of them. So furniture car will be the next one in. Yeah, it just makes sense to do it that way. Okay. So, number 2's on its way up the hill. What did I set that speed to? That's at 25. Oops. So, we'll grab this one. Handbrake off and back up 10. So we actually got buildings here. There's nothing inside them, but we've got buildings. They have roofs. Oh, they do have roofs. You just can't... Can you see the roof from the inside? I didn't look. Doesn't look like I can see the roof from the inside. I don't care, but it's a thing. Okay, now forwards 20 go. Now, what I can do is, let's go back to Bryson. Depot, team, track. Okay, so when we return, I'm going to run straight through here. Those spurs are all good, and we are going to stop here. That line is set against us, so we'll stop here. I'll then leave the return to East Whittier there. We'll come forwards, we'll pick those 2 up, we'll put it on the back, and then we're clear to leave. And we're actually all set to leave. Okay, let's go back. Where'd my train go? There's my train. So that car has a brake on. We'll take that brake off and push it another 2 car lengths. Yeah, probably. So yeah, I'll now put a fusee here, which will stop trains running away, because otherwise you end up going way down here. And I think there's an end of track just here. Yeah. But basically I don't need a train coming all the way down here if I can avoid it. So we're not. We just put a fusee there permanently to keep the train from just disappearing off into the night. Okay. So 2's heading up the hill. And once I've got train number 3, and we'll get, as I said, we'll get the heavy mogul for that. I will probably save up enough money to buy half of a 10-wheeler, and we'll sell number 1 and replace it with the big 10-wheeler. We'll keep the small mogul and just use that on passenger duty for now. Let's go 5. Might need to go 3. Let's go 2 more. Oh, I see. So now it's seeing the fusee again, but it's not seeing the stationary cars yet, because I didn't have a clearance to go far enough. Now it does, so it's less worried about the fusee, more worried about the fact that it's about to crash into things. Okay, we will back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back 5. Because then when I come back to collect these 2, it's not going to be quite so far to travel. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, to heck with it. Stop. Stop already. Stop, stop, stop. What do we think? Forward half a car length. That was so not 5 cars. Okay, much better. Apply the handbrake. Coupler open, we can go back 5. So I'm looking at this. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. We're still fouling the switch, so we'll go 5. Oops. You have to be careful when you do that. It basically clicked the switch, thought, oh, it's the car didn't clear it, so I clicked it again, so it did a double switch. And then you end up telling the train to go forwards and it crashes back into those 2, which is not where I want it, surprisingly. Okay, so I give that clearance to the end of the track. That will put the 2 coal cars in that section there, just big enough for the 2 of them. Might even leave that car in its own position too. Yeah, I could park one there. You know what? That works for me. So that spur doesn't start until there. That spur starts over there. So there's a little bit of a gap, but not sufficient for us to worry about. So AI yard, reverse, 20, go. CR2 is approaching a thing. Indeed you are. Oh, but we do not have enough logs on the train yet. Oh, that's sad. AI yard, forwards, 5, go. How much are these at? 2.4 logs, 2.4. We've exhausted the log supply here, I think. We've got 3 on the back. And then that's got 2.8. 2.4. Oh dear. So we'll lash that together and let's have a look at Connolly Creek L2. L2 has no logs. Well, that's a thing. Well, we can go back and play with number 1 because he has stuff to do. There, number 1, yard, 5, go. So this is kind of useful. This one goes to the left, this one goes to the right, so we can go straight back down there, drop this one off, and then take this one. Okay. And we're up to 7,000. This is nice. I might be able to afford a new locomotive tomorrow morning. 2 more cars, please. And now if I go forward 20, it's going to connect to those 4 down there. Now the interesting question is going to be, this one has half a ton of coal. This is going to be recalled soon. And then we start on the 50 there. This is about half full. So potentially, it depends how much lumber we're delivering. We're only delivering about 30 tons. I don't think that's enough to fill both of the furniture cars. We may end up in a day or two, either tomorrow or the day after, we may end up getting 2-dimensional lumber cars instead of just 1. Alrighty. So connect that. We'll make sure we haven't knocked anything out of its delivery point. And we'll back up 10 maybe, probably 15. I guess what I might do, we'll get this train all assembled back at Bryson Exchange, or the Bryson Freight Yard. And then I might wait an hour or 2 hours to get the log cars loaded. But we are now definitely getting to the point where those log cars are... We're pulling more logs than that load point can provide us. Okay. Road forward. 15, please. Oh, actually, while we're thinking about it, let's go in a house track. Our return trip, we're actually going to want to go to either. And approach there. And we have a pickup over there and a drop. Can't remember whether it was to farm supply or the house, but anyway, that's beside the side. Handbrake. Reverse. 25. And we will ride with this guy part of the way. 7,300. I think I can actually afford. Whoops, wrong panel. I can probably afford that one. With change, we can afford the Pacific, we can afford the small, no, we can't afford the small 10-wheeler. Could buy the 10-wheeler, the big 10-wheeler though. And I'm going to switch that so nothing's going to end up in this yard that I don't want in this yard. And the fusee will stop them going much further. Matter of interest, how much oil do you have? Oh, you're only 2/3, or no, 3/4 full. So he's got a while to unload. Oil cars are 8,000 gallons. They take a long time to unload. Oops. Switch, there you go, and we'll ride with him some more. So what are we doing? Restricting to Bryson. And at this point I can say, you know what? No. Forget the restricted speed. You can 25 through to the yard. And the reason I want them through to the yard is because you're staying on the yard main line. How's fuel? 2.1 tons of coal, 2,400. Oh, it's magic, you know. So I've got 2 cars are going to be delivered to the Whittier interchange, and 1 car is going to get delivered to Ela. Let's have a look at locomotives again. So this 10-wheeler, we're at 1181 shy of being able to afford that. It's got 12 tons of coal, 5,000 gallons of water. That's quite a bit. Oh, and that one's ready to go as well. Oof. Do I want to do that? Kinda, yeah. Okay. Whereas, yeah, as this one's 5 tons of coal, 4,200 gallons of water. This one has more legs and there's more opportunity to fill up with water. So that's the one I would prefer to have. Okay. Oh, I know how I'm going to do this. This is going to be epic. Actually, how do I want to do it? Oh yes, that's what I want to do. Okay, stop. So we're going to collect all of these and push them all the way back we just came from. Brakes, lube. Switch. 15. SCRT is waiting for logs, and we're just not producing enough of them. Yard 10, go. So yeah, I've made a spur of the moment decision. I'm not going to delay returning that coal car back to East Whittier either. So I want that on this train. Reverse 10 go. Have a look at that train, and we now have 3 cars loaded. That one still only has 2.4. That's somewhat slightly annoying, but I think we might do okay here. Switch is on this side, and I didn't clear it. I did that time. Okay, and we go AI road. We're going forwards? Yeah, we are going forwards. I want to check the switch list too, because I think we delivered some things. That one's done, that one's done. And if I go to here, 137 passengers waiting. That one also needs to be delivered. Okay. So everything from this end is set ELA straight through. That part of the yard's only 15 miles an hour. And you don't get an opportunity to override it. Going through the ladder, 15 miles an hour, just stick to it. So once we clear this, I'm going to put a fusee there. I'll put one there too. Actually, that's probably too far. Okay. Speed down to 0, that's probably too excessive. Just slightly. Okay, and what I was going to do was stick a fusee right about. Seriously, come on. There. That's not the greatest. Stop. You've gone way too far now. That's just too much. Bring it back to. Actually, you know what I can do? Switch that, lose that. What more do you think? 2 more? Yeah. So basically I want this car closest to the locomotive and that car on the back of the train. Unfortunately, that car is going to be on this side of the locomotive, which is a little bit inconvenient. So, what I need to do, set all these again. And forwards, 20-ish, maybe, sorta, kinda. And maybe, well, settings, wait 1 hour. Oh look, it's daylight. Isn't that awesome? And you should stop right there. Okay, this is now a little bit awkward because we're going to have to do a whole bunch of shuffling. This needs to come out, this needs to come back. And those switches need to be set right. Good start, and it's detected the coal car. Also a good point, a good thing. We are handling heavy vehicles on a slope, so not going to do stupid. And not going to roll forwards, okay. And so sometimes I think it's not a good idea to take a 50-ton coal car on here, but you can take a 370-ton locomotive on here, so yeah, maybe it's not so bad. Let's go another 5, please. And maybe another 2. It's only when you think about how heavy one of these locomotives is and it's designed to drive on there and turn around, that you come to appreciate, well, maybe putting a 50-ton coal car on there isn't quite so serious. I mean, obviously you can't take the coal car and the locomotive onto the turntable, they're not all going to fit. Anyway, we'll park this here. Up the hill. Back up the hill. Let's go. Go, go, go. So when we get to buying repair parts for this service area, I usually put them there. It's kind of convenient. It's not a very big spur. It's not like I'm going to put much else in there, and it's kind of convenient to get in and out of when we need replacements. And you need to stop anytime you like. Right, there's good. You want to go down the hill? Just want to sit there. Sometimes they roll down the hills, other times they just sit there. Okay, we're clear for 4 cars. I'm going to go 10 again. And you're good. Okay, quick check at Connolly Creek. And, well, that's interesting. That car has 3 logs. That only has 2.4, and that has 2.4, but that's not reading as loaded, so that's probably got 2.95 logs. There you go. Registered. So these are at 2.4 and 2.5. It's going to be another hour before they're ready. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, connect that, turn off the handbrake, forwards, 10. Switch that and 0. And back you out of there. Okay, tidy up the switches as we leave. That's good, that's good. That will be good. That's good. And that's good. And plug that to 0. Alrighty. Brakes. We want yard forwards 10, go. Switch that, switch that. And Switch that. Okay, brakes off. Reverse 20. No, I don't think 20 is going to do this, but gets us going in the right direction. So this little double switch here is very, very handy for doing exactly what I'm doing here. You're only really big enough, one, maybe two cars in here, but if you want to get to the other side of them, that's how you do it. And we're still clear for 5 cars. Yeah, we're done. Well, it's detected it. Not saying it's coupling. Oh yeah, there we go, coupled. So that's just plainly awesome. And brakes off. AI road, reverse. And we are clear, 25 miles an hour. We can leave this place. Now I do believe we had all the switches are set for Ela. Yard. That's green, so that's good. And as soon as we clear Bryson, I want to switch this back to straight into the passenger station. And this hasn't turned out too bad. 2.5 hours and we've got all of the work done. Almost. I mean, basically drop off at Ela, pick up at Ela, and back to Whittier Exchange. And the log train needs brought down, and the passenger train brought back. We might get lucky with the log train. What I might do here is wait 1 hour very, very carefully, and let's go have a look at brilliant. So SCR2 needs brakes off. Brakes off. You know what I haven't done recently? Always a good plan to check this. And this is a new feature as of the last patch, so not something I am necessarily it's an automatic thing, yeah. It's not something I automatically check on. So locomotive 100%, that's 100%. We need it in reverse for the road, 25 miles an hour. Let's get out of here. Poop poop. Go. And here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going locations. Let's start at this one. I think I did oil all of the. I tend to look and see if I've oiled everything when it arrives at the exchange. It looks like I have done. So there's nothing looking too bad. Lumber coal supply. 96, this should be about 96 too. There is nothing, oh sorry, these should be at about 96, 97. Okay, down to Ela. Freight house, nothing here. Farm supply. And Whittier. Stencil manufacturing. Holyfield oil. Oh, there's a car over there. Oh, that's it's in there. That's still got quite a lot in it. And 99, 98, 99. And Whittier Sawmill. C2. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about the stuff at the exchange. That's leaving our area of influence. And so oiling those cars up is somebody else's problem. We already got paid for them. We didn't get any penalties. So just not my problem. Actually, what is my problem is, my goodness, we've certainly been traveling. Okay then. What I wanted to do was switch that, which should put, why is that on restrict? Oh, it's still on restricting, because if we come down here, it's actually set for the Y. Okay, I understand that. How's number 2? Number 2 is pootling down the hill. Oh, it's already past L1, P1. So it's almost at the bottom. That's good. And we're not even at Governor Island yet. That's just around this corner. And we're clear on the main through loop. Okay, let's go sit with this guy. He's closest to where he's going to need some intervention. We did refuel him. We did refuel him. 7,300. What's locomotive purchase price? What did I want? I want the Mogul with 2,700 short, or I want the 10-wheeler we're 1180 short. So I'm not confident we'll be able to afford either until we get paid for all the logs that we've delivered. So that's going to be a tomorrow morning thing. So tomorrow morning we'll be able to buy ourselves a locomotive, either the Big 10 or the Big Mogul. And then after that, what am I looking for? Then I'll be replacing the 10-wheeler with a thing. This locomotive will be reassigned to passenger work. Actually, it's already doing passenger work. It's just puttering around doing other things as well. But it'll remain permanently attached to the passenger cars rather than swanning around with freight. Where I come from, this Mogul's a mixed traffic locomotive, so it will, It should be at home on both. Okay, so as soon as you cross here, we'll switch this. And there we go. Okay, I already have that there. I'm thinking, now that that's gone, switch that one, and that should put us green from here too. Everything's right in the world with these switches are all cleared up, and yeah, that's set for go. But first things first. CL2, yeah, I know that. So again, he's now being warned there's a fusee in the line, and I'm not going to give him any permission to pass that. I am going to give him permission to park this train. Okay, next train in, I actually want to go there again. So it's going to be another, we'll bring the 3 empties in here. We'll push those 2 to the end of that one. We might have to shunt it up a little bit further, and we can release on the loop. Okay, you're doing your thing. How are you doing? I'm guessing you're over the bridge already. You are over the bridge already. Okay. This is a farm supply drop. Okay then. But the car I need to extract is right at the back of the farm supply siding, so we're going to have to bring this one in. Switch that, we'll put a flare there. So I'm going to have to bring them both in here, clip up, pull it out, push the empty into this section. And then put the other 2 back again. Number 2's at the end of the track. Okay. Now, fortunately, at this point, these 2 are connected. We can go down here, switch that. That gives us a clear exit on the main and clear exit from the station. Okay. Switch that. Are you number 1 or number 2? You are number 1. Our yard forwards 20. Number 2. You have done your delivery. Probably should do that. Handbrake. Handbrake. Release. Reverse. Go. Alrighty, so we are just packing up shop for the day, I think. all things considered, there's not a lot else for us to do on day 5. That was a little too early. Oh, we did. I keep forgetting. I don't have to do this. I could use the map. That's all set to go. That's good. However, I can't remove Fusey from the map, so I do have to run over here and lift that up. Okay, that's all clear. CR1 connected. Oh, he did the delivery. Well, that's unfortunate. Release the handbrake and reverse 20. So the question is which train is going to be first? This one, I think. We're so close to getting this one all done. Track and switch it. Forward 5. So CR2, you're coming in here. So actually, what I want to do is I do want this to go down the alternate. I didn't necessarily have to do that. I could have switched this here because there is still passenger pickup on that track. But CR2, let's select that. Yard, reverse 5, go. Pick that up and passengers. Whittier, Healer, Bryson, copy. I think technically these are the wrong way around. The wheels should be on the front and back end because frequently you will have the guard riding on the tail. Okay, you're done. Let's release the handbrake and you can do road forwards 35. He will take it. Now, in the meantime, I need to drop that car there. So 7,439. Drop them down here, and since we are setting freight service first, switch that will go red because there are cars in the loop plus a switch against us. That's fine. Okay, train stopping at Whittier. Stop there. Okay. Now I need to get this done in 5 minutes, and this train on its way to Whittier as quickly as we can. So the good news is because I took one car out of here, there's more than enough room for me to fit the locomotive in there and be able to run the switch. Release that off, keep going. We'll connect the brake pipes once everything's connected in the consist. So we'll switch that. And oops, switch that. Release the handbrake. Connect that. Connect that. How's the train looking? 154 tons. This is not a heavy train. Road. Reverse. 25. Empty. 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 This is not a heavy train. Okay. And we will ride. We've got green light here, so we're all good there. Let that go. And I will let you ride with this. I need a quick break. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Spinner Tornado 94. Welcome. Sorry, I needed to take a quick break. I am not as young as I used to be. So we joined this. Where are we? Okay, the split's there. .52, that's going to be departing any so. There you go. I'm concerned why he was that yellow. Do I not have the split here set right? Nope, that's good. We should see number 2 coming around here any second now. And here he comes. So he's going to have to wait for the freight to come through. You should get a permanent status message over here. Still not seeing him yet. Oh, yeah, there's the smoke. Stopped at a red board. $15-mile-an-hour signal. That's diverging, that's the approach. You can continue. And as soon as he's clear, the signal will not clear while there is a car in that section. So he's off. We can follow our freight train in. Couple of checks here. That's clear. That's clear. That's not clear. That most definitely is not clear. So again, we'll follow ourselves through here. As soon as we clear Whittier Depot, I'll switch that spur back, or that switch back to the main. That's fuel supply. Fuel supply is 1.8 tons of coal. We've been working hard on this unit today. Approaching Whittier East, orders 25 miles an hour. Discard speed restrictions. Okay, that is, from what I remember, the entire line is now set to clear. Got 9:31. So 9 will get out, and then we'll see how many we get in for Bryson. It looks like it's going to take most of the rest of the day to empty all of these. I think we are approaching the end of the stream. It's 11. No, it's 11 o'clock game time. It's 10:30 real world time, and it's a work day, so I need to get up in the morning. I think for right now, oh my goodness. We've already got a delivery of stuff, 40 tons of dimensional lumber ready to go. I'll see how those cars work out later. That's got 15, 10, 10, 10, 24, 24. 27. Entirely possible these 4 cars could be filled by the end of the day, which means I could take them to the exchange and get paid more money. More money is good. Meanwhile, our yard, and we'll go 20. Go on, go. Do not get confused. Number 2 slowing down. He must be coming up to Ela. That's cool. So that is set to couple. Handbrake, disconnect that. Drop the handbrake, and we have CR1. We want to back up 5 more, maybe 10. Let's go 10. So again, I want this clear of this passing loop, so we can release this. Only 17 people going to Ela. So get that connected. Turn the handbrake off, and I need to back up about 3 car lengths. Let's try 5. And yeah, we've got a goodly length of interchange behind us. Okay, 0. Back, and I think go 20. I'm going to park this by the refueling point. And we got 48 in that car. Okay. I did switch that. I did switch that one back. I'm now going to switch this one back because if we bring anything else in, there's not enough room to do the run around, so I'm going to have to figure out something else. Switch that there. I'm going to let that coast in on AI. And maybe not. Because this train has much too small of a fuel load. Like I said, the Mogul is probably the better of the two. It's not got quite as much power, but there's really not a significant amount in it. this could do with some oil. So we'll do that. Okay. I forget how much water this holds. 3,500 maybe. So where this locomotive is now, I can either reverse it back into the shed. If the log car's empty, I can go and get those. If those cars fill up, I can go and get those. So I'm well placed to do whatever needs to be done before end of day. But right now, this train here, I'm just going to stick the handbrake on and leave it parked up for a while. You're not going. We have 51, 105 passengers. When did you arrive? Oh, there you go. 4. I guess we get to ride the passenger train back to Bryson. So 7,722 monies. 826 shy of what we'd need for that 10-wheeler. Significant amounts short for the Mogul. I could probably no, I can't afford that. I could afford the Pacific 10-wheeler and the little Mogul. I don't want those three, even that one. £18,000, that's 16.9. It's not a lot of pulling power. 25 is good at where we're getting to, which is why ideally I want that one. But I can't afford it free and clear. I could take out a loan and buy one anyway, but we're going to cold off. My general opinion of loans in games, I play Farming Simulator and this game, is if I need some money so I can turn money immediately, then I should take out a loan, buy what I need, make the money, pay off the loan. I should not be like we are now. I can cope with you. We can do all of the jobs with 2 trains. I want another one, but it's a want. It's not a if I don't get another one I can't make any money. So we can make all the money that we need to make with the 2 locomotives we have. I'm gonna sit on that. But we are going to buy a new bigger locomotive, and we're going to replace one of these, probably number 1, with another bigger locomotive, slightly better power and fuel availability. And so I will sell number 1 and buy a new locomotive in one move, and we'll just make sure that we have enough money. Yeah, basically we'll be $5,000 short, but once we sell number 1 I'll be able to afford its replacement. Anyway, that's the thing. I mean, I could sell number 1. This is not the screen I want. I could sell number 1 and 2,600, that's 6,000. I can't afford that, because we are short 6,600 and number 1's only worth 5,000. I could afford the logging tank, but frankly, 2.5 tons of coal, 2,000 gallons of water, it's not going to go far. We are on the downhill run into Bryson. But with the logging money, as I said, we're short 2,300. What did we make on logs last month? Or yesterday? Whittier Sawmill, we made 2,600. So in the morning, after we've received payment for all of the logs that we've delivered to the sawmill, we might have enough for the big mogul, so we'll have 3 locomotives starting tomorrow. I think I said we've got about 100 passengers, so that's $200 we should be getting, so we'll be at 7.9. $8,700, 8,500, 1,001. Yeah, we don't have enough right away. And that's on the approach signal. And resume speed. Don't have to slow down. We're the only locomotive on the line at this end, and we should be clear straight into Bryson. And the only reason we're not clear is because Bryson is on warning, because Bryson is on restricted, because we've got to switch into the Y halfway through the Bryson block. There we go, it is coming up to, I guess this is the lunchtime special from Whittier to Bryson. Now the other thing I could consider doing, no, we're not going to ignore the restricted signal, and that should go red. This one will go green, no, that one will go green. As we clear that block. So yeah, I could buy 4 logging cars and do a refill at Connolly Creek L1 between L2. So I do L2, L1, L2, L1, L2, L1. That would give me a consistent whatever it works out at. We can probably get it to 16 cars a day average, and we only need 15. Okay, we are here. So as soon as this stops, I'm not seeing anybody wanting to return to East Whittier. Oh, there is Appalachian Hardwoods. That will be the coal car. Squeak. He back on manual. He's in neutral. The brakes are on. There is no steam pressure. And nope, that one. Stick the handbrake on. So that's it. We'll wait till we get the money. It should be soon. Come on, people, get off. Train stops here. This locomotive is still good. Oh, we got a second full car there. And 1.2, 2.7. And it's going to be a couple of hours before those are empty. But what I might do is run the clock till about 5 o'clock. I'll then set up a passenger train to Whittier back to Bryson, and we'll run the logging train up so it can fill overnight, pick up the 4 there, and call it the end of the day. So we'll start next episode at the beginning of day 6. Today is day 5. We got paid 167, so 7889. That's not bad. But anyway, I wish you all a good evening. Definitely no stream tomorrow. Might be a stream on Thursday. Problem is we don't have any air conditioning here, so if the temperature in the house gets too hot, I'm going to have fans running, which doesn't make for a good stream. Sounds like I'm flying a small aeroplane. So anyway, I wish you all well, and I'll be back when I'm next back. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.